You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, is what I just heard. Okay. So if you're being misunderstood, just be misunderstood. Okay. Just know that it's a reflection of whomever else. You know what I mean? Like people's perceptions of you are a reflection of how they view themselves. Okay. So, anyways, hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you come across this video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking um, purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and tipping the Clarissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Sorry that it's a lot to get out. Anyways, all right, let's let's dive in. Let's see what it is that you need to know. They're telling me to get out the Moonology deck. Interesting. I just put that bitch away. Okay. Sorry, you're not a bitch. I love you. I love you. That something about Wayne's World also. I don't know. What is this? Wayne's World. Seven, party on, rock on. I don't know. I don't remember it. It's been a long time, but party on, Wayne. So, okay. I don't know. Someone said someone looks like Garth. Maybe me. Do I look like Garth? I'm just kidding. Oh gosh. Okay. So some sort of communication is coming in because somebody is feeling very emotional here. Okay. I think that they have allowed some pride to get in the way, but you're also being asked to, like, don't let pride get in your way either here. Okay. Something about, yeah, we have surrender to the divine. Some of you have just recently surrendered something here, and there's some very powerful change that's coming in because of that. I feel like you may be healing whatever it was that maybe kept you from surrendering previously. It's almost like from the last full moon to this coming new moon, right? There was like a surrender, and then there's like this healing that you're going through. And then with the new moon, there's like some sort of powerful change that's coming in here. Okay. But yeah, there is someone that is wanting to communicate with you. They're feeling very emotional. Um, and I feel like with the pride here, don't let pride get in your way. I feel like there may be some regret, maybe some remorse, maybe some like guilt. You know what I'm saying? Like just some things like that happening with this person. And then also coming through like with this pride, like don't let pride get in your way. It's almost like, when this person comes and communicates, I do feel like it took a lot for them to do that. And the energy that I'm kind of getting is I don't know that this person is ever really intentionally, I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, this person is going to be different, okay? But don't be all like, yeah, I told you so, you know, like you're a gift, right? Like and somebody it just took them a minute to recognize that, like, and it's not very often that I would just like come out and say like you're a gift. So somebody maybe sees you that way, like as a gift, maybe from God, from the divine, like from the universe, or just like I don't know, there's something about that. Yeah. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups. This is like somebody maybe like battling their feelings, but again, it's they maybe have been like trying to shove something down or avoid something, or like, just kind of like keep busy so like not to think about something, masculine or feminine energy here, but I do feel like they are going to come in and communicate something because it may just be a little overwhelming. You know what I mean? It may be like with the super moon, right? Like that's like super big emotions. That's like in your face, can't be ignored emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like there's something where, maybe this person feels like they're constantly reminded of you, or something along those lines here. I'm not sure. But anyways, all right, let's see. What does the collective need to know about this? We're gonna take those. They all popped out. Okay, so we have the star. Yeah, this is somebody, again, like the gift, right? They're seeing you as kind of like, you know, um, someone very significant. And it may be like they're seeing you as someone significant, and it may not be like, oh, that person is famous or well known. It just may be like somebody feels a very significant connection, or they feel like there's a significant contract here, or it's like that person has some sort of role in my life, clearly, because I can't. I wish that you could see what I see. There's just like this really goofy, like, energy, like right in front of my face, like in front of my third eye, like just like trying to get my attention. And that might be, maybe this person is doing that also. Okay, something like that. But um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this person may also be trying to get out of something, get away from a different situation, leave a different situation. Um, Okay, all right. Tell me more. For the collective. Oh Lord, like what I say, what I say, what I say. There's a situation that they were and or are committed to, that they're feeling like is, it's like staying in it would be like wearing a mask, right? And I feel like they are like slowly gathering their things. And this could be a job, it doesn't have to be a relationship. Okay, so not for everyone. They may be living in a household situation. It could be like a, I don't know, they're connected to something here that feels like it's like this no longer resonates, right? Like it's like, you know um it could be family, it could be a house, it could be, I mean, it could be a number of things, right? But it is something with the Hierophant here that is maybe a little bit more traditional. It is maybe like a higher level commitment. It could be a marriage for some of you. Um, sorry, but for a lot of you, I feel like it's work, maybe. It could also be a lifestyle, right? Like, um, like say, for instance, somebody, I don't know, like a lifestyle, like going out every night, or, but knowing that, if they are wanting to be serious with collective, right? They can't do that. Like that's that doesn't align. You know what I mean? Like there's something where it's like, um, I feel like somebody is releasing something that is no longer aligned. It's just like it was at one time. It was, and it wasn't a mask, but now it's like, now it maybe feels like a mask, because it's like, okay, well, I just come here because because I'm used to it, or because it's like normal, or it's like a part of the routine. Something stinks, like not, I don't know. It feels like burning, like, or it smells like burning plastic. Hold on. Weird. It's literally like just in here. So, and there's nothing in here. So I think it's part of the reading. I don't know. That might be significant. All right. All right. Tell me more about this. I don't know why that would like burning plastic. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, somebody's like gathering the strength here. Okay, they're like unlocking something within themselves. I feel like to like release, again, this is something, someone, someplace that they have like, worked with hand in hand, right? For maybe quite some time. It's like I always go out on, these nights and I see these people and I go out and we play pool or I go out and or I've been working at this job for 1,000 years, or like I've been married to this broad, like, and we kind of work together, but maybe it's become more of like it's not like I don't know. It's for all of you, it's going to be different, but I feel like this person is, I'm getting this energy of like, not wanting to take, like, it's almost like being very generous in a way of like the way that they're stepping away, right? So it's like, instead of like, say for instance this person is leaving a job, instead of like just like bailing, right, they give like a really big notice, you know what I mean? Or say for instance this person is leaving a marriage, right, they're like, listen, you can have everything, you can have the house, you can have your car, you can have, there's it, like, we can split custody if there's kids involved, right? Like it's just, there's something where it's like this person is just like, there's almost a very gracious and generous type of energy where it's like, I don't want to be like a dick, right? Like, this just isn't my vibe anymore. Like, maybe that's a little not the right terms in a more serious situation, but this just, it's not, it's, I've kind of outgrown, I feel like collective, you or someone else has outgrown a situation, and I feel like you or someone else is trying to gracefully, quietly, graciously, like, walk away, right, without like harm or foul, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the energy that I'm kind of picking up on here. Okay. Baby, I love your ways. Every day. I don't know. Oh, the moon. Why do I feel like somebody is maybe watching you here? Okay. Behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're being very quiet right now. Okay, with the high priestess and the hangman, that's like super quiet. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this for the collective. Or you could be like, keeping an eye on someone or something like that. No, no. Yeah, the Four of Swords, the Sun, the Six of Wands. Somebody wants to kind of put that to rest, though, right? That's what I'm saying with this communication, okay? And the Sun coming out here. It's like they want to, this is like someone hiding in the shadows, okay? Maybe even taking care of what they needed to take care of, right? And so, but they want to kind of, they want to come out of the shadows, right? They want to, the sun with the Six of Wands. I feel like someone might want to feed you grapes. Ooh. Hey. I don't know why that came through, but it might be significant. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody, it's like they even feel something like spinning, right? Like not spinning, but it's like they feel the universe moving on a situation, right? It's like, um, I don't know. It could be like a situation with you. I'm not sure, but they feel it, right, with the Wheel of Fortune. There, here goes nothing. Okay, so again, there is some sort of communication that's coming in, but yeah, they're coming out of the shadows here. They see you in a very positive light. Okay, this could be like maybe even up to like two people here. Okay, some of you it is same sex. Um, and that is, I would assume that if that's the case, that is your preference. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna go refill my coffee. Okay, I got my refill. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, so some of you this is same sex if that is your, your preference, right? Love is love. In my eyes, that's where I sit, that's where I stand. If you don't feel that way, well, that's okay. But you're not going to change my mind. Okay, so all right, let's see. What else does the collective need to know about this? They want me to switch decks here. Okay, so somebody's coming out of, and when I say out of the darkness, I mean like out of like hiding. Like out of the shadows. It's like they've been, I feel like, watching you, kind of like, I'm seeing someone. It's almost, but I don't feel it's creepy, right? I feel like it's just like checking on you, like peeking in, right? But not being noticed, not being seen. So it's like, say for instance, this is somebody who checks your social media, right? They're not going to like any of your things, or you know what I mean? They may not even like add you as a friend, like depending on like your, they may come through like as a fake account. Like this is someone who's really like not making themselves known, but they want to. Okay, they want to make themselves known here. Okay. um all right, and a lot of you may actually know who this is. you know you may already intuitively know. Excuse me. All right, what else is this? I'm so sorry. I don't know what that. I just literally felt like a robot that would just like was like. So somebody, there might be someone who was like, I wouldn't call them a robot, but maybe still kind of like have some outdated programming, right? Like who is like kind of losing their circuits is maybe kind of losing their marbles a little bit here. Okay. And that's the thing is, you know right now you can be one of two things, or you can have one of two things in this world, and that is going to basically determine the direction that you go in. Like it's basically, it's going to determine the reality that you see in your own world, right? And it's fear or faith, right? And I feel like a lot of people that are settling in their fear and giving their control to like the devil and to all these people in power that are like saying all these different things and stuff like that, and like rather than just knowing that you are safe because you are connected to and you walk with the divine, it's like fear God, never fear man, right? That's a huge energy right now that's going to be very, 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 very important. Okay. Very important for everyone on the planet, because it's like literally going to determine. Shut the fuck up. Look, we have the devil out here and the Queen of Cups, which in this deck is Mother of Faith. I can't make this shit up. It's like literally, like if you haven't already made a choice, right, of that decision, you need to make it, right? It's in quickly, okay? Um, I do feel like too, somebody may have, yeah, somebody was like feeling very bound to someone, okay? It's like whatever this, or something, right? Whatever this connection was, right? it was very low vibrational. I almost want to say karmic, but I don't mean it's like basically it was something that was formed out of like old habits, beliefs, programming. It's like, and somebody has changed, somebody has grown, somebody has evolved, and so they're not aligned anymore, right? And so, yeah. But this person is, I feel like they're very kind because they really don't, they may feel like this other person is still kind of in that energy, right? Where they, you know what I mean? And so they may feel, I feel like they love this person, right? Or this job, or, all all their friends at the bar, or, whatever it is, right? I'm just gonna, I feel like they have real genuine love, right? For whatever this is. It's like definitely not wanting them to feel like left out in the cold or in the desert. You know what I mean? Okay, tell me more. Yeah, they may also be getting a lot of ridicule right now for following their heart or for, because again, it may be 555 right here. Yeah, basically because somebody's changing, but somebody knows what direction they need to go in. You know what I mean? They really, really do. They know what direction they need to go in. The new, the new direction. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, we have the sun again. And I went through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. Is that how that goes? Yeah. Yeah, this is someone they're very like emotionally mature, right? They don't want to leave this job or this person or their friends or anyone feeling like, but they know that they don't belong there. Like wherever that is. Like it's not a match anymore, right? Like it's and they know that there is a new beginning for them somewhere, right? Whether it be a new job, um, you know, I don't know what would be new, maybe like a new hobby, right? I'm seeing maybe rock climbing or like maybe someone buys a boat, right? Because I feel like whoever this is, I honestly they feel financially stable. Okay, they do because they have, this isn't someone who's coming from lack at all. They're not. They're the way that they're wanting to like take care of whatever this past is, right? That it feels very like, they do think of others, okay? Um, but so it's like they do know that there is some sort of yeah, and they also they want to do it like the right way. There's something about like yeah, doing something the right way here. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it's like they are in the fish's mouth though, right? They are, they're like I feel like it's like they're on their way, right? Again, with the Ace of Pentacles, this is, entering the promised land. Okay? Yeah, we have justice with the Emperor. It's like somebody was meant to be where they were, but now they're not. Okay. And they're being brought somewhere else. This could totally be you. Maybe there's a job, or, maybe you are in a relationship, or maybe there's, you just take this as it resonates, put yourself where it fits, but there's someone who's going through this. Okay. But I kind of felt like, well, let's see. Where's the, what's the collective's energy in this? What's the collective's energy in this situation? Oh, shoot. Shut your mouth. Look at her. You just watching. You're not, I don't know that you're, sorry, I don't mean to laugh that loud. I just thought it was funny because listen, Spirit is, the divine is coming through today on these very clear, solid messages, and not playing around. There was a whole thing on Patreon that was, it was wild. I'm still like processing. Anyways, you're just observing this, okay? Or you may not even be observing it. You may just intuitively know what's going on. Some of you are watching it from a distance here, okay? Some of you are just being nosy. You may be just watching TV, right? Um, but yeah. Or you're just aware of something. I feel like you're just kind of in your own little world, right? Like up in the clouds. Um, not, maybe not literally, but hanging out with the birds, right? Swimming with the fishes. See, my world is different, like Dwayne Wayne. And if you want trouble, bitch, I want the same thing. Yeah, so maybe you guys are just like keeping an eye on this because maybe you're worried, if this is like a relationship that someone is leaving and you're aware of that, you might be worried about whatever. I don't know. Some of you are just really focused on some sort of shift that's coming towards you, right? You're like, and you also know that there may be some sort of sharks surrounding it. And so you're keeping a very close eye on something that's coming in, okay? Um, I don't think you're necessarily worried. It's just like, I don't know, you've got your eye on something here for some of you. Hmm. Yeah, some of you are really observing something. Maybe observing, could be observing this person, okay? I just feel like it's like there's something where I feel like you're just like kind of more so focused on maybe like the future, right? Like not, it's like you're in the present moment, but it feels like you're in a space of like planning or getting ready also for some of you, okay? Um yeah. Someone's very controlling here, okay? And that might be too why maybe someone's got to be like, when you're dealing with someone who is maybe, mentally or emotionally unstable. It's all about timing. You know what I mean? It's all about, especially if you're already like kind of feeling like you're walking on eggshells in a lot of different situations and things like that, right? It's like the timing is important here, okay? So there's something about yeah. What are you watching? Soap operas? Look at this, the Two of Cups, the Sun, the Tower with the Emperor. Did I not say that somebody is coming like out of the shadows into the sun, right? Yeah, with some sort of communication. There is also something too about um you may also be busy paying attention to something else. There may be something else going on that is not um good, right? Somebody may be stealing from someone else, or it's like there may be something sketchy going on that you may be paying attention to, and you may not be knowing what's going on with this at all, truly, right? Yeah, someone, I feel like there could have been some, again, some resistance for, from the people around this person, um, when it came to like following their heart here, okay? And I feel like they're finally deciding to kind of like pave their own path, right? Like, okay, this is my drum. I don't have to beat the same beat that you want to beat because I like a little faster tone, or I like a little, a little slower. I want to include, you just beat off the, the drum part. I'm trying to get the edge. There's all these different noises that are kind of popping in my head here, right? Where somebody's like, there's so much more sound that, that could come from this one instrument. There's something about that as well. Um, mhm. Oh yeah. Someone sees you very focused, okay? And they also see you or someone as like again, there's something about being able to um, really create something here. Oh yeah, this there's someone wow. There could be a boss that really does not want you to leave, okay? You could be like a phenomenal employee and there's a boss that like is watching you very closely, okay? But they may also be like watching, I don't know. I also feel like too if this is, a connection here, something like that, this is someone who is like watching two people very closely and maybe even like keeping someone like, it's like, oh, you can just go right in here, right? Where I know that you are, and I'm just gonna take you around with me and like keep you safe, right? That's this energy. This is what it's like this person is very controlling. Look at this. Like I said, the Emperor, see, she's got all those chains here, okay? And they just watch very carefully. They may have a lot of people watching you or watching this other person here, okay? Um, yeah, yeah. You do have some ships coming in here, though, okay? So, and I also feel there is communication coming in, all right? Um, and this person is just biding their time, is what I just heard, okay? So I don't know who that's for. I'm not even sure that you're aware of this, okay? So Crosswatcher, don't even go after Collective because I think that they're focused on something else. I think that they're focused on, there was something else going on that they were worried about. Okay, so um Yeah, and collective, this may not even, it could be like maybe you're not associated, and like I said, you're just watching it. You know what I mean? From afar. So I'm not for sure where you, basically, where you are is safe up in the sky with your birds and your telescope, just, observing from a distance. You can see ships coming in. It's almost this is right. This is what they just showed me, right? It's like somebody's sitting up there and they're like, "Oh, look, there's one of my ships," right? And they're like, "Oh, look, Susan and Brandon are fighting again," right? And it's like, "Oh, Becky and Stacy getting it on," right? And then you shut up. Shut up. No. Okay. Collective, put your telescope away and mind your business. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. The divine is these messages are silly today. They're coming through real silly, real sassy, and real kind of like, man, I feel like on Patreon and my guys were like playing in some people's faces a little bit. It's funny. Anyways, okay, I love you. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below. We'll see you next time.